Okay, I'm doing this a bit of schedule because I want to just test my mic at the same time. So this is from Bor. It's one of the assignment that weekly assignment we give to have some extra clarity on who are the people you want to attract and who are the clients from hell you do not want to attract. Okay, so the goal of this exercise is to have more clarity. So by writing these things out, don't keep it in your head. By writing these things out, you are more clear and it's easier for you to spot when these things happen. Okay, so traits of ideal client: provide as much information as possible, is willing to fill in audience questionnaires or participate in strategy calls, has an idea of numbers on top of his head. Now, okay, partially agree. Okay, so provide as much information as possible is not really the thing because once you level up as a copywriter or marketer, you realize most business owners do not have a lot of information. So as you grow, the maximum things that you know, the business owner is not going to grow as much as you, because the business owner have to focus on other things like human resource, operations, finance, legal, a lot of other stuff, their products and stuff like that. So it's very hard for them to provide uh, a lot of information. Okay, so what I think is important is they are actively participating in strategy calls. They are very happy to see you every week to discuss ideas, what we are doing right, what we are not doing. So I mean, what needs to be improved, what works, what don't work. I think that is more important because I spoke with many business owners so far. None actually have, I think, bare minimum of marketing awareness. Let's not even talk about knowledge. The awareness isn't even there, so you can't have knowledge if you don't even have the awareness. So, filling questionnaires about audience. Now, don't get me wrong. I have this is coming from somebody who actually have a questionnaire for people to fill out. Right? I'm a person who believes in this kind of stuff. That being said, I don't really. I mean, I used to do questionnaires as well. It's better than not willing to fill out any questionnaire, but a good freelancer, a good marketer, a good copywriter should be able to help the business owner discover information that we never had before, information that they never know they knew, information that they never know they lack. Okay, so yes, partially agree, not 100%. Drive traffic. Okay, this 100%. Um, Either the business owner, the client has organic content or paid content. Either one. I have yet to meet somebody uh, who does both very well. Okay, usually people focus on one. Okay, so organic content can be writing blogs, creating YouTube videos, posting on social media. Okay, ads is they just pay per visitor. It can be Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, um, solo ads, whatever the medium is. So okay, drive traffic is very very important because we as copywriters, we as a freelancer, how do you know if your work is good? How do you know if your work is making a difference? It's because your work is being used, and uh, business owners who get a lot of visitors, they are very very invested to make sure the work that you do helps to always improve their results. So yeah, 100% drive traffic. Okay. Actively test out new creative for paid ads. This might or might not be something. Okay. As you go higher, yes. But a lot of okay clients of mine actually they don't split test. They don't do stuff like that. It's a bit of a advanced thing for them. It's actively growing. Okay, let's see what defines growing. Have intention to make lifelong improvements. Okay. Habit of reflection. No. Very most people are not self-aware. Most people do not have the habit of reflection. Um, In fact, a lot of clients tell me they constantly learn, and I'm like, okay, what do you mean by constantly learn? Can you tell me what you're doing? Yeah, I watch some YouTube videos here and there. I attend a course 3 years ago about marketing. That's considered learning. Because compared to somebody who never did any active learning once they left school, he or she thinks, oh, I take a course once every 5 years. That's learning. So, you know, uh, this varies a lot. One of a good qualifying question is you can ask the business owner, like, when was the last time, uh, let's say if you're anything in copywriting or marketing, just ask them when was the last time you took a course about marketing or copywriting or social media or whatever. Okay. When was the last time? When was the second last time? If when was the last time? Oh, last month. When was the second last time? 5 years ago. I mean, it's better than totally no, but yeah, these are good questions to ask. Join courses and masterminds. Those who join if your client actually join masterminds, uh, good masterminds. Okay, then again, good is very subjective. If they do this, they are likely to be top performers. All right, I know clients who join masterminds, but the mastermind is about spirituality when his business is struggling. So I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, has an offer that's working. Um, Working or not really, it's not easy to define. Okay, not a startup. Pros and cons. If the startup secures good funding, why not? Okay, if a startup has good funding and people are very, very, I mean, startup are the type of people, good chance that they learn the most and they are most invested to grow. So I won't totally write off startups, but uh, if you are not very good at filtering people, I can see why you do not want to take on startups. Mm. Then again, I think I shouldn't give advice based on what I'm capable of, because I'm quite capable of judging if this person is going to be a winner or loser. And yeah, startups, the failure rate is 99%. So I guess you can keep this, not a startup. Not a business saving relationship. Yes, the business should already be profitable before we come on board. You don't want to have a business owner who is like, oh no, my business is, we are losing money every month. Now we are desperate for a miracle. Yeah. So in this case, I agree. All right. Okay. This amount looks good as well. Values his time. Okay, this is very important for me. Values his own time. Is willing to delegate. Everybody will tell you they are willing to delegate, but most people suck at delegation. So I think this is the key thing. Uh, Delegation means different things to many people. And there are some people who tell me they're good at delegating. I'm like, these people can't even communicate. Forget delegating. Avoids doing everything on his own. Yeah, that's a problem. Everybody will tell you they are willing to delegate and they don't want to do everything on their own, but what they say and what they do, very, very different. And all of them are aware they can't get their time back, but they can get back their money. So I think the description here, it's not 100%, but value his own time, yes, 100%. This is very, very important thing. Trades from client from hell, don't respond in detail or within 24 hours. Don't respond in detail. Sometimes it's not because they don't want to, sometimes it's because they do not possess the level of skill, knowledge, awareness that you possess. So kind of it's going to be very demanding if you expect them to respond in detail. Like I'm quite a demanding person, but I think even this is pushing it. Within 24 hours. Okay, I'll say they can respond like, "Okay, I received your work. I'll take a look at it during the weekend. It's still okay. Okay, it's a sign they don't care about what I do. What's his own business? Drag me down a shithole. I like the language you use. Very appropriate. Okay. Isn't growing the list? Hmm, okay, as an email marketer, I can see why if your client isn't growing the list, it's a red flag. So yes, actually I didn't think of this, but yeah, um, if you are somebody writing emails, yes, if they are not growing the list, uh, best not work with them. Thinks my service is a magic bullet. Yes. Okay. We're helping winners win more, not how turning to losers into winners. So yes, 100%. I agree this. We can't amplify zero. Okay, 100%. Revenue has been going down for months. It's a sign I'm the savior of the business. Oh, well, you get a lot of this, I think. um, Reminds me when I started out. That time, a lot of the people that I deal with, they are desperate for taking action. They are taking action only when they're really hurting. And yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on me to pull the rabbit out of the hat. Yep, so I agree. It's doing everything on its own. Most people are not aware they're doing everything on their own until you help them discover. And uh, yeah, most people are not that self-aware. Isn't doing any self-improvement now. Everybody, even the biggest loser I had, friends that I had a few years ago, will tell you they are constantly improving themselves. Yeah, because they watch a few videos here and there, like once a week, about mindset, about learning. Okay, then they come and tell me they are self-improvement. I'm like, you're not doing shit. Okay, not joining any courses of mastermind. I think this is it's quite telling. Not sharpening his closing or marketing skills. Most business owners are not, because they don't think sales and marketing is the thing that moves the needle the most. Uh, Even people who are doing like 5 million, yeah, it's things he knows it all. Now nobody will come and tell you, oh, I know a lot of things, or I know it all. Here's the kicker: most people won't say that, but if you judge them by the actions they do, it's a very arrogant. They don't actively seek out contradicting advice. They hire people who only agree with them. A lot of things is like, in fact, I'll say what I think I'm one of the most humble person I ever know. Yeah. Humble doesn't mean you talk in a way that is very pleasing to hear. It's just you constantly assume that you don't know anything. You constantly make efforts to find out, get more clarity, get more information, constantly ask questions to reflect on yourself. I think that is that those actions shows you're humble. You can talk in a very cocky way, doesn't mean you're not humble. All right? Doesn't understand the idea of what got you here won't get you there. Most people are not aware of this. These traits of kind from hell, some are very agreeable, some are like, wow, it's a bit demanding, man. Like, I think if I demand this way, I'm gonna fire a lot of people. But maybe I should, maybe I should. All right, so yeah, that is my thoughts on this. Uh, Hope it gives you some idea. Now, it's okay to, I mean, if you're starting out, it's okay to just work with some people, knowing that they are the client from hell, but take active steps to move away from this situation. Okay, like, because unless you are like a six-figure agency, seven-figure agency, chances are your clients are going to tick quite a few of these boxes. Okay, but don't let that stop you. It doesn't mean you have to fire them immediately, but I think this is my own quote. If your client today is a loser, it's not your problem. If you're still with the loser 3 years from now, that's your problem. All right, so with that, I think I'll end this video.